Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What is up? What is up? How's it going? Cheers. What's up? How are you? JT, Alfonso, Antoine, Mr. Cool Daddy, G-Man, Dubion, PJ, XRP, Isaac, Dean, XRP Warriors. What is up? What is up? Pew, pew, pew. What is up? How are you guys today? Welcome back. Cheers. I know. It's a little bit late, you think, maybe for a live stream. I don't know. Trying to figure out another time because I said I would do it. I was like, I'll do a later afternoon live stream. I said it, and then I was like, oh my goodness, it's already 5. So, you know, like getting ready for the evening news. Tonight on the news, we have a lot of interesting things. You know, a lot of breaking news. All right, let's turn off this intro jam. Hey, how's it going? Looking for some good words, Robert says. Welcome back. Cheers. How are you guys feeling? Looking at the overall market, what are you guys thinking? How are we feeling? Looking like we have a little bit of a green, but we're still down in the $250 billion range. If you guys didn't notice, I released a video earlier today, maybe like an hour ago. It was called, what was it even called? Something Regulator Relief, XRP Regulator Relief G20 Summit. And basically the idea is that people are saying there looks like possibly the conversations leading to more clarity. Here's even a better article about it. Regulators are starting to get it. Slowly starting to get it is the key phrase. Slowly starting to get it, but we have no real change. That's exciting. G20 Summit coming up and the possible moves and positions that people would make at that time. So what's up? What's up? How's it going? How are you guys? The bear is hibernating. You were just watching it. What's up, Meowgi? How are you? Cheers. Cheers, guys. Cheers. So we have a lot of news to run through. Summer doesn't help. September bull run, Dean says. Summer is a lull time. People are away. People are busy. You know, they're on vacay, holiday, etc., etc. Even though Austin's a growing city, it's really popping off. It's a big city. It's a growing small city. So it's like headed towards a big city. Austin's still a college town at the heart of it, so we experience that too. It gets slow around here. So looking at the regulator, slowly starting to get clarity. We released a video about that. It was pretty cut and dry, just like basically this whole article. So let's move forward. Let's move forward. Saudi Arabia is partnering with IBM. Saudi Arabia with the whole initiative by 2030 to bring in a whole new economic catalyst for them is definitely a reason for them to partner with IBM and develop a strategy to streamline their government services. That's true. I see that as part of a long road for them. Malta-based company launches a new euro-backed stablecoin. This is actually probably one of the bigger things to happen, looking for possibly governments around the world to look at this as an indicator of what they could do. A financial tokenization platform launched at EURS, a stablecoin built on Ethereum's EIP20 standard and claimed to be backed one by the euro. Now, the EURS has begun trading on one exchange already, London-based DSX, and the company says that the order volume is projected to reach 500 million by the end of the year. The company adds that EURS was specifically developed to satisfy growing demand for cryptocurrencies from European institutional investors. And that's what you want to hear. You want to hear the demand basically incited this change, and that's really pretty much the point is getting people to take notice and recognize that institutional investors want to make room and head into here, and based on their demand, the exchanges and governments are responding. So looking at the regulatory framework being approved, the EU member enacting 3 bills into law that's meant to encourage the establishment of cryptocurrency businesses on the island. And we can see this is happening as we in the States are having a gray area and a stalemate, looking for possibly them to make some type of clarity for their regulation or be left behind as companies leave the States and head to places that have greater clarity for crypto. And I think this is exciting and probably one of the bigger articles, and we can touch back on it at the end if you guys want to. Let's just burn through these bad boys. BTC to 60K. What about the donuts, you say? What's up, what's up? How's it going, Drizzy? You're saying 5K, Bitcoin 5K, Bitcoin 4K. Interesting call. Indian central bank responds about crypto restrictions. An hour ago, India's central bank responded to a representation about its crypto banking ban. The Supreme Court gave the central bank 7 days to reply following a hearing last week. And I know that India is a big banking corridor that the world's interested in connecting with, but also China itself still having kind of a negative response to crypto, and why that is. We're going to cover in another article what that means for possibly the Communist Party and some of their biggest apps like WeChat, why they'd be resistant to crypto, and etc. So the Indian central bank responds about crypto restrictions. We have predictions that cryptocurrencies will soon be regulated into oblivion. This is, I mean, we've already covered this in another video. We've talked about this in Hold or Do Not Sell. We've talked about this in Can Cryptos Die? Will cryptos fail? Is that possible? And we've already excluded the possibility of them all being, you can't just umbrella them all into one category anymore. They're too diverse of a sector to just say they're all going to be regulated into oblivion, especially with Bitcoin and Ethereum already achieving regulator clarity for not being a security and not being regulated because it's a true cryptocurrency. So an interesting read through. This guy's a Noble Laureate predicts future regulatory onslaught targeting crypto, and I think that he is right, that you can see Bitcoin dominance is up. So going to look at CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin dominance is continually increased throughout the day. People letting go of altcoins, letting go of positions in altcoins that they no longer think are going to look strong moving forward. I just got done editing an entire video about Codius, and the video itself is just me editing the Stefan Thomas Codius lecture. I'm going to put that up. It's just a dry lecture. I like it. You guys hopefully can pay attention and watch it to the end and hear what he's saying. And in reality, what he's saying is that potentially Codius and XRP together rule out a lot of tokens. The tokens themselves, unless they bring a new innovation or are showcasing a new technological innovation for blockchain, they are very quickly falling into not worth investing in. And that whole thing basically means literally that people are letting go of specific altcoins that might be deemed not worth holding on to in the long run, and they're repositioning in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has been gaining dominance at this level of 6.3. So that's interesting looking forward. Did you guys know that this is the next article, exactly the next article, less than half the ICOs survive 4 months after sale. So looking at, like a lot of ICOs not really sticking it through unless the team keeps showing up and making it a committed effort. Unless they continually show up and put their time in, the ICOs will fail, the team will fail. So looking again to vet your team, like hedge your losses by understanding the team behind the projects. How long do they have a track record in the space? How long are they likely to stick around in the space? Ledger Live Desktop Wallet Manager reviewed. If you guys didn't know, the Ledger company, Ledger, pushed out a Ledger Live software release. It's a desktop software. And the Ledger also released the touchscreen. Ledger just came out, so you guys have 2 new Ledger products to play with. These are all on Bitcoin news, so we're going to do this one more and break away. Government investors say Darwinian selection led to dominant cryptocurrencies. Regulating crypto would freeze an evolving technology, and I think this is a good approach for regulators to realize that potentially they don't understand the space well enough to regulate it, and that's potentially a respectable approach. A respectable approach. What's the scare tactic, are you saying? I don't even know what you guys are talking about. We already looked at this the other day. London School of Economics launches cryptocurrency investment and disruption course, specifically looking at the London School of Economics to bring authority to that space, teaching a course about cryptocurrencies and what that means. Pretty exciting. Pretty exciting stuff. So crypto markets slightly down. EOS sees the biggest loss. The BTC fluctuating between 6.3 and 6.4 price today. At the press time, cryptocurrencies trading around 6.33, and we can see Ethereum's down to 4.34. We have another article we're going to bring up that does the price calls, so we'll look at that later on Cointelegraph as well. EOS has the biggest loss out of the top 10, hitting a loss of 5.6% in 24 hours, so it's down to under $7. Interesting. And we have on the docket, why XRP is not going anywhere. That's the name of the video today, actually. Why XRP is not going anywhere. It's a very short read. It talks about the resistance levels of Bitcoin and how it's down 3.6% in the last 24 hours. But as BTC has actually increased in dominance, And even though it's down 4%, it's increased in dominance. And XRP actually declined less, showing only a decline of 2%. Currently at about 44 cents. Is this the bottom? Someone at the beginning of the video said it looks like it's near the bottom. So we have strong resistance levels for sure at these prices. But again, we'll look at the Cointelegraph article at the end. It has some other resistance levels if we drop through and slide a bit further. But still calling the idea that there's a lot of reasons to support XRP. We're still early adopters, and we should definitely look for the long on the metrics, not look to the day-to-day. Yeah, oh, you're saying the crypto is being regulated out of existence as a scare tactic? Totally. That's true. But if I just watched the Codius video again for the second time, and he's talking about a lot of the efficiency of some of the smart contracts means that possibly a lot of ERC20 tokens will be let go. It means that they possibly won't be as strong or as useful as someone redoing that whole token on a smart contract on Codius, possibly launching it on XRP or any other blockchain, because Codius just works for whatever. So looking at trying to do more videos about Codius because it's really, really, really cool stuff. Can you make a video about how to create a public-private key for a paper wallet from scratch? Experimenta626. I can look at doing that. I would love to do a video that you would like. Paper wallet from scratch, no third-party key creator. Got it. Coinbase still ignores XRP. We know that. 3 exchanges go for Ripple. We know about this already too. DX Exchange released its announcement that it's going to list XRP. Another exchange called the Cryptocurrency Exchange. That's literally its name, the Cryptocurrency Exchange. Despite its general name, the exchange is actually pretty big in Australia. It's going to help get Ripple listed and will certainly improve the coin's influence. And also looking at the third and final exchange decided to add Ripple for now is an India-based Unodax. Not only did they add XRP, they even made it their coin base, their base coin, together with BTC and Ethereum. So this will allow Ripple is actually going to be traded with 17 other pairs. So looking at Ripple or XRP to be traded against 17 other crypto pairs, that's going to be really strong, guaranteed decoupling right there. You know, like how many more of those bad boys, unnamed, no-named exchanges do we need to pull out 17 crypto-to-crypto trading pairs on XRP? Not that many. That's pretty strong. So, of course, considering that this is an India exchange, Ripple's future operations will need to find a way to comply with RBI's recent released regulations. And I don't doubt that they'll do a good job with that. They have a whole team looking at how to keep them in all the markets around the world. That's part of what they need to keep their network working. So, no big deal there. This was interesting to look at, too. The Bitcoin price crossed 9,000 on a crypto exchange, WEX, and critics cry foul. So basically, just on this one exchange, Bitcoin had a run-up today, inexplicably high, towards $9,000 during intra-trading. Despite a brief pullback, the market's currently holding steady at 8,000, a full 1,600 above the trading pair's global average. So if you guys were already in that exchange, that's a very strong arbitrage opportunity, and that's pretty exciting too. The pump extended to other WEX markets. So looking at still having a lagoon type quality to exchanges around the world, possibility that some exchanges bring in enough people and they're stuck in there, it has a lagoon quality to the rest of the market. Seeing a spike of Bitcoin hitting $9,000 inside of some of the last trades, and that's interesting to look at, and things that probably will be ironed out as we move forward with a better technology for exchanges, etc. Bitcoin price spikes to nearly 9K on little-known crypto exchanges. Another article we covered that just 2 seconds ago, but it's covered again in CoinDesk, looking at their take on it. The sharp increase started around 1,600 hours, and it's a comparatively high price point from the 7,800. To put things in perspective, that Coinbase was basically pulling the price of around 6,200 around that same time. So, crypto wallet founder still believes Bitcoin could hit 60,000. I stuttered on it. $60,000 by this year's end. That's right. That's the coin call on CCN. Let me see if you guys can see this. Hold on one moment. There you are. Crypto wallet founder believes Bitcoin could hit 60K this year. Cryptocurrency values have taken a hit as of late, but movement on the regulatory front has lifted many observers' spirits. One crypto startup executive believes Bitcoin's price could hit $60,000 this year. That's right. Despite its dip from a nearly $20,000 high in December to the $6,000 range, co-founder and president of 10x, a crypto wallet, told CNBC during the Rise Tech conference in Hong Kong he expects to see a price fall to 5 when it reached its December highs, and he remains confident that 60K is still feasible. So what do you guys think about that? XRapid going live soon, probably waiting on SBI. I was just looking at that, actually. XRapid is live already, or it's like ready to go live, and Calyx is using it. So people are saying, like, when's XRapid going to go live? XRapid's been live since they released Ripple 1.0, whether or not banks are using it, etc., etc. I just found an article talking about Calyx, because I know everyone's talking about XRapid going live. I found this article talking about Calyx using XRapid. They've been using it for like 2 months, 3 months. I don't know where it is. We'll find it in a second. You guys are distracting me. It's okay. I love you guys. You're great. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you today? What's up, Chris? What's up, Thunder? What's up? What's up? How's it going, Douglas? Whoa, what's up, Bricks? I didn't even know some of you guys showed up. How's it going? MK, what's going on? Dean? Yeah, exactly. It's going live on SBI soon. You're right about that. So we're going to start doing real news. You guys excited about this? Real news, too. We got to keep up with the rest of the world since crypto apparently is becoming integrated to everything else. Mike Swiss, stop. Mike Smith, stop it. Stop it right now. Trump double request for NATO defense dollars. Calls for Germany a captive of Russia. Calls Germany a captive of Russia. I don't think I'm even qualified to cover this news, but we're going to have to do it. 24/7 news. All right, we'll go back to where we are. Going back to where we are. So, Ledger Live Desktop Wallet. You guys saw that, right? Hey, Thunderbox, keep it down. Hey, calm down there, Thunder. So you guys were looking at this, you know, Ledger Live Desktop Wallet. It's exciting. We got this wallet founder, 60K Bitcoin. Calling 60K Bitcoin. What would that mean for XRP? BTC dominance still real? If we have a 60K Bitcoin and we're talking about BTC losing dominance and XRP taking dominance, what does that mean for XRP? Looking forward for the potential of that. I think that's interesting. That actually is next on the docket. Trump double request NATO defense dollar, calls for Germany captive. And you know why that's important? Actually, that's out of place. It's not in the right place. We'll get back to it. CryptoKitties launches mobile app on HTC's flagship phone. Did you guys see this? Did you guys see this? No, Thunderbox, you're good, dude. Thunderbox, I appreciate you. Thanks for chiming in. CryptoKitties to launch mobile app on HTC flagship U12 smartphone. So HTC had a smartphone going live. They were thinking about doing something specific with, I think, some featured only one blockchain tech, and they pulled that idea, and now they're launching just a blockchain phone, in a sense. It's got a cold wallet built into it. We can bring that story up if you want. But CryptoKitties launching a mobile app on that bad boy. And honestly, guys, where are our developers at? Developers, give me a shout in the house. Developers, give me a call. Give me a little ringly-dingy. We'll talk. I'll build out something. I'll do the cartoons. You guys do the code. I'll do the UI. Let's get an app on the XRP ledger. Looking at the Codius, talking about that yesterday. How long does it go from R&D, research and development, to product? Good, at least 6 months to a year for people to even understand the potential of a platform and then feel encouraged to build out on it. That's exciting to look at, but also it's a waiting game. We need to be patient. We need to be patient. Patient like the French. Now, Augur passed CryptoKitties, so that was exciting to look. CryptoKitties built out their mobile app. They're going to go baller with it. Augur passes CryptoKitties. Ethereum app sees 400K in first day betting. You guys know what Augur is? You guys heard of Augur? It's kind of like the reason I have polls. It's like the reason I like to ask you guys questions, or it's the reason that I listen to a group consensus in general. What that means basically is that they ask a group a question, and the group, everybody answers, and they think they'll reach a possibly likely answer from the group's understanding of any issue. You can suggest any question, pay for it in Augur, etc. So the state of affairs Tuesday, hours after the Forecast Foundation, the nonprofit behind Augur Protocol, announced the launch of its decentralized platform for betting on the outcome of events. Oh, okay, actually, so I guess I'm wrong. You actually can bet on the outcome as well. The first prediction markets were created, and by the day's end, new bets were being placed on everything from U.S. elections to World Cup soccer games. Now, this is really exciting, too, because you can see this is potentially, and I'm going to cover this in detail in another video, but you can see that there's an issue here, especially with places like China. The reason they're banning crypto straight from the start is because they don't really know how to approach the ability for people to take part in these markets that they can't control. Now, we're going to look at that, what that means to the threat of issues like WeChat, and what that means for companies in the States that want to start making those markets for themselves, and then having Augur like this doing something where you can bet a predictive market. What exactly is taking place with this decentralized application blockchain that allows you to basically bet? So if you guys don't know about Augur, it's been around for a while. I didn't know how far along their production there was, but looking at this, Augur passing CryptoKitties Ethereum app sees 400K in first day of betting. That's actually pretty big. And that's pretty big for Ethereum too. So looking at, again, doubling down on understanding why protocol tokens do good in the long run, because protocol tokens enable consumer applications like this to function on them. And it's, again, a reversal from the typical application layer, protocol layer that we're used to. So it looks like Ethereum will benefit from this, and that's strong. Strong news for Ethereum. Bitcoin's price may be charting a bull reversal. So BTC could create a major bullish technical pattern for the next few days. Check, that's what charts indicate. A slightly confusing picture at the moment, however, because in recent short-term bullish bias has been neutralized following BTC's close below 10-day moving average yesterday. The risk is a deeper pullback to 6,000 and looking to even increase after Tuesday's 5.7% price drop. That is not necessarily the bear. Does not necessarily mean the bears are back in commanding position, since the cryptocurrency is holding well above the recent low of 5,755. Again, though, we'll look at the resistance levels at the end of the video, and there's some low predictions for drops if we see through the bottom of 6. And so interesting things to think about where we are. Again, someone said it's summer. People aren't really paying attention to this. So if you guys are really interested in these markets, be patient. Don't make any hasty moves unless you want to follow the general understanding of how people are letting go of old ICOs and altcoins that do not have, basically ERC20 tokens might be considered securities. Only inside the States, though, that might not be a big thing. But if that's a big thing to you, that's a reason people might be letting go of them. Looking at other places around the world, Switzerland Bank, that's what we looked at this morning. The regulator clarity talking about Swiss Bank, making a clear definition on what's a payment token, what's a utility token, and what's a regulated security, and all ERC20 tokens looking like they'll be regulated securities, meaning people might be letting go of those positions and moving back into BTC even for now, even if they hold on through the dip. As you see, BTC dominance is up. Now, you want to cash out in the Louis store. Banco Santander plans to explore blockchain's potential in security trade. Now, this is what we've been waiting for. This is what we were speculating on the way down. As we were sliding into the pit, we were yelling out over the masses, screaming bloody murder. We were like, tokenization's coming! Tokenization's coming! Spain-based Banco Santander has announced the creation of a blockchain research team to look into technology potential to change security trading. Looking at a coded store of value for what people have been using forever as a store of value, trying to understand the tech, of course. Digital investment banking team headed by current leader of Santander's blockchain lab, exploring the use of tokenized securities in a debt capital market, derivatives, and other products. Sometimes I feel like, I just feel like the real people that know what's up, us. Oh, that's us. That's you guys. You guys. We've been talking about this for months. So it's great to see it come to fruition. It just means that we are at least aware. We are at least aware of the times. We're at least understanding what they're putting down. We're picking up, and this is a good sign to at least see that they're talking about what we've been talking about for months: tokenizing securities, derivative contracts, etc. And looking at the Codius smart contracts for what that means, looking at like what G20 Summit's talking about with the global reserve and possible soft power, the dollar, the yuan. Looking at the video earlier, we talked about regulator clarity with the Chinese government pushing for, they were pushing for the yuan to be used as a reserve for 17 institutional banks in some other places. What happens if G20 moves forward with a crypto soft power or a crypto global reserve? What would China back, etc.? So exactly, a lot of crypto exchanges are getting their security license. Um, the security license is real, and looking at the reality, if you put them both under a microscope, like, you never look a gift horse in the mouth, and that's a real thing. But if you take them both and you were to compare them, if you were to line our two race horses up, crypto and securities, the way they're standing right now, honestly, securities look more fraudulent in my mind because they are not a coded store of value, and we only have a couple of people regulating and administering the authority in those spaces. So, exciting times. Crypto markets slightly down. EOS sees some of the biggest losses. We looked at that already. Somehow it's doubled up. Here we go. This is why we looked at this. Trump doubles request for NATO defense. You guys can't see that, but we saw it already. The reason we're looking at that is because guess what? Just happened 30 minutes ago. Syria says Israel struck military positions in Golan Heights. Honestly, I'm not even really qualified to cover this news. I feel like I want to do it PewDiePie style with like some comic effects, but I don't even know. I don't even know how it's funny yet. Israeli aircraft fired several missiles targeting Syrian army positions. This is not funny, actually. Sorry if I said that. It's not funny. Air defense thwarted the attack. Syrian state stated, this is happening right now. This is breaking news. Israel shoots down Syrian drone. Israel aircraft fired several missiles. Why does this relate to anything? Well, this is what's happening. This is what's happening in the world, and it's all interconnected now, and we can see that the G20 summit is about to happen. We literally have the G20 summit happening in 2 weeks, and this is the world's expectations of the summit. So basically, the summit is going to happen in Buenos Aires, looking at possibly what can happen. This is last year's summit agenda, but even last year, they're talking about merging economies. Even last year, they're talking about how a lot of the economies need stabilization. The accounts for 85% of the world's economy, for poor populations, regulation, control, global governance, etc., etc. These are big terms. These are big conversations, and that's what's taking place right now. So, fake news. Fake news. Yeah, 2017. I know. I'm using it I'm just using it as a reference. So, looking at what these conversations were like a year ago. It's exactly the same conversation from a year ago. So. Let's look at the prices. Let's look at the prices. I know. You guys have been patient. Regulators are slowly starting to get it. Utility tokens are real. We just dropped that video. It's pretty self-explanatory, but that video is live. It's got some cool edits, etc., etc. So let's look at some prices. What do you think, guys? What do you think? We got some high and some low calls 4 hours ago. These are some of the articles we were missing in the morning. So this is the good times, great oldies, the stuff we get. Before we roll through and look at this, what are you guys talking about? What's happening over here? Crypto pioneers, exactly. Yeah, no, totally, we are. I think we are. I think we're still early adopters. I think we're still really early to the space. I think that potentially seeing that we're ahead of the financial institutions that are looking to make this part of their own space. I'm excited that we're here before them. I don't see how they could take it away. They can't really. It's part of the nature of decentralized systems anyway. But also looking at some issues with like China and when and how China can take a position on decentralized ledgers and the access to like big apps like how they have WeChat, etc. Amy, what is up? What is up with you, Amy? Realtor Amy, how are you? I just saw your comment. What exchange do I use? I actually use Binance still. I buy regularly. I buy Ether or BTC or BCH. BCH really. I want to do a video soon on like BCH, BTC breakdown, etc. But really, in reality, I buy regularly from Coinbase, and then I move it to Binance, and I buy XRP or other altcoins in Binance. If you guys haven't signed up for Binance, you should definitely use my link in the description and jump in and sign up for Binance. It's the best exchange by far. It gives you like 0.05% fee trading on your fees, or a fee for trading when you use their BNB coin, and I actually collect a bunch of BNB coins that way as well. So you asked me in the comments, how do I still buy XRP with direct US dollar pairing? I don't. I use Coinbase, and I buy regularly because the market's continually dipping. I buy regularly with Ethereum usually, and Ethereum or Bitcoin Cash or Litecoin, and then especially I like to buy them when they dip and then they run up a little bit, and when they run up, you have a little bit more. You made money, you can potentially buy more tokens. It's fun that way. So Cardano will most likely be pretty damn good. I don't hold any. I just like the way Charles H. runs the show publicly. He just now started back on the YouTube interviews. Stone Stranger, you are right, my friend. Stone Stranger, you are 100% correct. Cardano is looking really strong. That was actually one of my first real interests in the space, and one of the ones that started really making me approach POS seriously, because people had told me like POS is a joke, no one can pull off POS, etc. And I watched the IOHK crew and Cardano start talking about it and breaking it down, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. This is really cool. Honestly, that's one of the bigger projects for me too. I really like Cardano. I'm excited to look at what's happening there. Randy, no, Binance did not get hacked. They had an issue with the API, I think, for Syscoin or something, but it wasn't. There was never a hack in Binance. The only issue was people would have been able. You could have sold your Syscoin for a lot more, maybe, but it wasn't a hack. You could have sold your Syscoin for a lot more than they were worth at the time, but not a hack. What's up, Jack the Ripple? How are you? We're just doing late news. We're doing a late live stream. So far, we ran through Malta just dropped their own launched new back stablecoin, which is really pretty one of the biggest things I think to happen today. It's built on Ethereum's EIP20 standard and claimed to be backed one by the euro. That's giant. That's giant news. So Stasis launches EURS, working towards a Maltese license, and that's pretty gigantic. You also have the Indian central bank response to crypto restrictions happened. We have Ledger live. If you didn't know about the Ledger software desktop application going live, that happened. We already did a little bit about London School yesterday, but London School of Economics launches cryptocurrency investment and disruption course. It's lending authority to the reality that crypto is not going anywhere, especially with the London School of Economics taking time to develop a course. It's about $2,000 for this course. So I'm thinking about launching my own course. It'll be probably like $200, and I'll compete with them and be like, yo, don't even worry about it. They were throwing shade at it while I was all on it. I was all about it from day one. But still, in all seriousness, looking at the London School of Economics to launch a cryptocurrency course, that's going to send big signals to the rest of the world, especially since they're an authoritative space for economics in general. With a lot of economists calling cryptocurrency scam, people are going to wonder what this course is and what it means moving forward. Looking at market signals calling for possibly EOS seeing some of the biggest dips, but seeing some strong resistance in Bitcoin and what that means. We have XRP's not going anywhere, but we already knew that. And we have a couple new exchanges for XRP. The most exciting one being this Unidax, putting 17 crypto-to-crypto trading pairs up to XRP, putting a really strong indicator that we're going to see a good decoupling for XRP moving forward, with more exchanges doing that. Crypto-to-crypto trading pairs and also crypto-to-fiat trading pairs is what we need more of as well. And we have Binance's Uganda doing that for us. So potentially exciting things there. Some exchange like literally somehow pushed $9,000 of Bitcoin up inside a small lagoon exchange, and that was breaking on top of the news. And then looking at the price call, we're at the end of the live news, and we're thinking about doing this price call that came out 4 hours ago. That's about it. Now you're caught up. You're caught up pretty good. What kind of movement will SBI have on XRP? What do you mean, what kind of movement? Like, how much volume will they have? That's a good question. I don't know. The Lambo crypto course. Exactly, Chip. You know what's up. My XRP value goes down. My stack gets bigger and bigger. XRP 1000 bones, you are 100% correct. And that's what I called out earlier. I called that yesterday. Even though we're seeing a slight green right now, I think we're going to see a slight dip further into some red positions. And even as we see SBI going live, and we see really good partnerships being developed, the prices for crypto dipping further, really leading to some real cognitive dissonance, leading to some real confusion for people who are like, should I sell? This looks bonkers. If you're already here now and you've been here since December, January, probably at a 70 to 80% loss, you don't need to sell now. You don't need to. Check the news. You just sent me on Twitter. Okay, I will. and then we'll go and look at these prices. We got a price call, the price up and down call on these coins. They look pretty spot. We're gonna check it out. Let's go see. Did you message me a notification or what? Bound to succeed and not plummet, you say. Ripple's bound to succeed and not plummet. Here's why. To understand why this is happening, it's a process that occurs when the price of goods and service rises, deflation occurs, etc., etc. Did you read this yet? What is this article saying? Basically, it's saying that it looks like results are still coming in, whether people believe in these coins. The governance of such coins and pseudo-inflation guarantees the distribution of money in the appropriate form. So, what are they exactly saying? What are they saying? Tell me more! Last line. XRP is a coin that sooner or later will become one to follow. Sooner or later. Sooner or later. Maybe not now. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe not now, Sonny. Maybe tomorrow. You'll be a coin worth following. I don't really know. I have to read through this article to understand what it's saying, but this line right here says, a lot like what governments do when they artificially inflate their coins and put fresh created money out there in the banks. In fact, the ability of the token to determine somehow the rate distribution of XRP is a way of the coin to emulate the inflation that governments construct whenever they need. And in fact, that avoid the hoarding of money and the wrong accumulation of power. I don't know if they're exactly suggesting this, but from that I can gather myself that possibly, as we've suggested in the past, what if Ripple Labs specifically, purposely did hold back a majority of the coins because they knew that they would need to gift them to a new governance or IMF that allows basically them to regulate them. And it's 1 a.m. That's where you are, 1 a.m. God Hates Globalists and I are on the same time frame, on the same time. I'm doing a late stream today just because I said I would. I said I'm going to try out different times. I was busy earlier. It didn't work out. I still wanted to say, hey, I still wanted HODL all the XRP. Yes, Spencer, that is true. That's true. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the video, too. HODL all the XRP and nothing else. HODL XRP. So you guys know about Codius's potential to unlock the powers of XRP and the power of the interledger protocol, right? Very nice. Very nice. So the consequences of allowing a cryptocurrency takeover or trying to head one off. This is an interesting article. It's a few days old. But you can still, you can see people are still grappling with the idea that cryptos are even legit at all. What really is interesting too is why would people think this is less legit than paper dollar issued by a private company? I mean, seriously, the only reason that we all hold any value in the dollars that we hold is because we all believe they're worth something. We all agreed they're worth something. And here's the danger of cryptocurrencies in general. This is an article I was looking for. I couldn't even find it to pull it up. But the dangers of cryptos is that it allows people, it gives people the first option to say, you know what? I want to buy out of my nation's fiat. It's they can say, you know what? I want to take part in a different currency. And, you know, before, if you were like, I want to buy out of my nation's fiat, it wouldn't have been that easy. You would have been like, well, I want to buy some euro if I live in the States. It makes your life a little complicated, right? Not the easiest thing to do. So really, this is the Cardano support group. What are you talking about? This is the Cardano support group. You need more of them. So honestly, looking at the reality that people are still having the conversation that cryptos are legit, understandably, looking at the possibility that government, nation states are looking at the reality that they can't make them go away, and that I've given myself and you, everyone else, the possibility to buy out of nation state fiats. So for the first time ever, you can take part in another currency. And what does that mean? Potentially, it's not as crazy as it sounds to say that this is revolutionary. It's definitely has implications you can't even imagine yet, especially freeing up the potential for people to be paid in something other than their nation-state currency, laws taking effect that possibly you would have to be paid inside a certain nation-state with a nation-state tokenization of their currency, etc. So looking at what that potentially means for cryptocurrencies in general, and what that means for people taking notice of cryptos heading into this space. I think that also looking at China, looking at China and their WeChat app. China has a WeChat app, and we're going to cover this in greater detail in a video. But looking at how can they maintain an app structure like that if I can have access to decentralized apps that I don't need to offer my data to the government. Facebook wants to head that way. Facebook just opened a patent. That's one of the things we should look at today. Facebook just put up a patent. I think Miyagi might have shared that. Someone shared that earlier. Facebook created a patent for allowing to purchase or use a merchant tool with a bot inside their messenger app. And that reminded me of WeChat. WeChat literally, if you think about WeChat, and if you guys don't even know about WeChat, it's mind-boggling how many things you can do inside the app. All that data is sent back to the government, and they keep tabs on all this stuff. No big deal. And so looking at that, like, well, what happens if an app that's decentralized, it's not going to share the data, gets let loose in China? That's why they're saying no to crypto. That's why they're worried about crypto right now. And that's why potentially I think Facebook would buy Coinbase or would integrate a wallet or something like that. And what this means basically is Facebook themselves also could be either threatened or looking to integrate cryptocurrencies, and what that means for the purchase of goods around the world. And looking at, how much is that a threat if they can embody it and integrate it in time. And I think that's where a lot of that comes down to the G20 and the ideas of nation states embracing tokenization. So what does that mean for the rest of us? It means that we're just waiting and holding on. The nation state currencies are coming, and also the development of specific applications on top of cryptocurrencies are coming as well. So XRP is up slightly, 0.33% in the green. Ethereum's up 1%. Bitcoin's up 0.2%. Bitcoin dominance is down slightly, but still about 43%. And Stellar, 18 cents. Cardano, 13 cents. Litecoin under 80. EOS at $7, down 2%. So Tron bouncing out of the top 10. Tether in there. And Neo, Monero. So Tezos in top 18, and then Binance coming into 17, NIM 16, etc., etc. So looking at the biggest gainers in the top 100 today: Power Ledger, Walton Coin, Walton Chain, no big deal. And looking at the biggest losses in the top 100 is Bancor. Looking at the news we talked about the other day, Bancor getting hacked after their audit from Quantstam. The hack not only took some Puntis X, and it also took some Ethereum. It also got some Bancor tokens, but they froze the Bancor tokens, which people didn't even realize they could do. And they said, yeah, we did it. We didn't tell anybody. We made it so we could freeze tokens before they left the network in case we needed to. So that was kind of an interesting thing to look at. Also, with them being warned about the security issues in their decentralized exchange and not doing anything about it, I would expect that loss. PundyX, yeah, you like that one? It's good for sure. I haven't done a video about it, but I need to. MK Valley, you making me laugh. XRP is the future. XRP is really strong. There's a bunch of videos I want to do about XRP, breaking down why it's so strong, breaking down why bringing in financial institutions is probably one of the best moves, looking at them to create a really strong validator and node list, etc. The ability for you to pick your own nodes, all kinds of things. The fact that the consensus and the node selections different, all kinds of things. Pundi's going to play a big role. Crypto decentralized exchanges will make the whole world a free market. Very exciting times. Looking at the Malta-based stablecoin launch, probably one of the biggest things to look at today, especially with the controversy and mistrust around Tether. Looking at what this means for this coin, and especially looking at this for the Maltese government. Should I pack my bags and see if they'll take me or what? I'm ready to head over there. So, looking at how many contracts. How many contracts on Codius? Is that what you're looking at? I don't know. I haven't looked at it today. Codius. Hosts. You guys got your hosts up? Who's got their hosts up? 81 contracts right now. Can you guys see that? No? 81 contracts right now. 399 active hosts. That's a little bit up from the last time we looked, right? I think that's a little bit up. So we got a lot of people in the States. 237 people in the States, active hosts. We've got some people in France, Netherlands. Very exciting times. You guys are on here? Who's got their hosts on here? Nice, nice. You don't need a programmer. Douglas, just follow my how-to. Believe you me, it's easy as pie. If I can do it, you can do it. It's super simple. Don't be afraid of the command prompt. Are you asking for a short-term hedge, Joel? Is that what you're looking for? You're the host in Trinidad? Nice, dude. Europe is full. Europe's popping off. Europe is pretty full. The one guy in Trinidad? Nice, dude. Nice, nice. Very cool. That's cool, that's cool. You're scared? Don't be scared, bro. You got this. You got this. The best thing about it is if you... Look, I'll go to my virtual machine right now. If you guys... Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Cool Daddy. Thank you, thank you. How's it going? So look, if we go to our virtual machine, you guys don't need to be scared at all. Just go to wherever your virtual machine is, and you're going to go to your VM instances. Mr. Cool Daddy, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. It means a lot. I don't know why I can't get it. I've been trying to get it to get the robot to say whatever you say. I guess it didn't work. I'm trying to get it to the robot to say what you type out when you tip. I guess it didn't work. I was excited to see if it would work, and it hasn't. So thanks for tipping. Thanks for letting me know I need to fix that. You, good sir, are kind. You're a gentleman and a scholar. All right, so we're looking at this. This is my Codius hosting VM machine, right? I'm in Google. This is pretty much what it looks like. So don't be scared at all, because you could literally come in here. I have two of these. You could come in here and you could be like, oh no, I messed up, and you could just delete this entire thing. You could delete this entire thing, and then you could be like, whoa. You could be like, whoa, I'm gonna start again. So that's what I did. One of the times I made a tutorial for you guys, I was like, whoa, I messed something up. I don't even want to figure out what's wrong. Whoa, what happened? Hey, what's up? Hey, I'm back. I was like, I don't even want to figure out what's wrong. I was like, let me just go ahead and restart. So I deleted it. I deleted the whole thing and started again. So don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Ken's pretty good. You don't be scared. Just basically, you want to try it, see if you can get it to go, and it's easy enough. You can just, don't be afraid of your command prompt. You got this. And if you need to, if you mess up, you can just restart from the beginning and do it again. Yeah, check it out, XRP. I had a lot of people message me that I was able to get them online using my tutorial. So it's pretty easy. If you have to restart, you can just delete and start again, making an instance. And then once you're in the command prompt, you know, don't be scared. If you open up your command prompt and you're like, oh, I probably shouldn't do that. It's probably not going to work. Joel, thank you so much. I should probably not play with this because it'll probably freeze my stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, what's going on with this? Thank you, Joel. I appreciate it. Love your streams, nerd. Great stuff. Thank you, Joel. I'm trying to get that text working so that I can get my thing to say that. That would be great. I'd love it. I know, Lee. I agree. I need to find a fixed time. I was thinking of developing a fixed time in the afternoon, even though I've been doing the mornings recently. I'm trying to find something that works for everyone, so let me know what you think. So far, I'm looking at like afternoon sometime. I knew it was late today. It was really late today. Probably will do it a little earlier than this. But let me know what time works for you. You can always tweet it at me or something. So, yes, exactly. I do not, I don't have a specific time right yet. But that's a good point. It's a good point. And then, you know, what is potential for running a Coziest host right now? Not a lot. As of right now, looking at how much XRP is right now, 45 cents. XRP is 45 cents. I would basically be making about $2 a month running my Coziest host, and it's costing me about $120. So it's not profitable yet. We built it out potentially because I want to support the network before it needs a load, before it actually takes and has a high demand for all these contracts, before companies start looking at, I want to use this. And later I have a video that I re-edited that's basically, it's pretty dry. It's Stefan Thomas talking about Coziest in his lecture at Crypto Valley. I edited it so that you can see the slides behind him, and I'm going to use that after I post it to break down why Coziest is going to start shredding through ICOs and ERC20s, and why Coziest and XRP together are going to be really unstoppable, looking like the next quarter, the next 2 quarters, and looking at the next year in 2019 for some really strong, not only just boosts for how many contracts you'll see running and for how much people will be paying to host these, but also just looking at the possibility for people to understand what Coziest will bring to the table and why the Interledger and Coziest basically means really good things for the crypto space. What is my full time? I'm the in-house marketer for Front Porch Realty in Austin. What's a good short-term hedge? I've been playing with Sonam. You guys heard of Sonam? Oh, that's their site. Let's not go there. Let's go to this one. Sonam or Mainframe, probably. Sonam's on Binance. I really like this one. I really, really like this one. I also just saw this one today. Actually, I went to look at recently added. I never really find anything in here, but I still look all the time. And I just happened to see Mainframe be added to Binance, and I just happened to see it also right in here at the same time, and I was like, what is that? And I looked at it. It's on Binance. It's only like 2 cents. I thought it looked pretty interesting. I haven't really done a report on it, so I don't know too huge infos about it, but looking at what it delivers, it looks pretty cool. And looking at Sonam as well, I've been excited about Sonam for a minute. So there's 2 you could look at potentially. And then also, if you're ever thinking about something you want to look at and you're not sure, you can go to biggest gainers and losers and then look at losers. I know you're thinking I want to look at gainers. You should probably look at losers and find a legit coin in here. That's probably hard to do. And Bancor was in here looking strong until it got hacked. So you got to know the news. You got to know the news about the coins too. So don't let something kind of trick you because you're like, oh, it's down and it's a really strong token. Make sure you check the Twitter feeds and see what's happening with it. Well, we're happy to announce the network's back online, and we'll be gradually adding tokens back. Okay, so it makes sense why it took a huge dive today, because they got hacked. Sucks for them. So it's definitely hard to look at potential tokens that you can hedge losses in. You could see some easy changes right here. I've always liked BAT. KuCoin shares has actually been really strong the last few days, and kind of like how Binance, BNB's one of my favorite hedges. I would say KuCoin's probably a strong hedge as well. In fact, you should probably just use Binance Coin as a hedge, even though it's down a little bit. It's actually one of the only coins, if you look at Binance Coin, inside of its run since every other coin hit an all-time high in January. Its all-time high in January at that time was $24. No big deal, right? But boom, it still hit this run up and near $20 just even last month. So looking at coins like that basically are still gaining even though the rest of the market's down here, that's a really strong indicator. BNB coin, really strong to hedge against losses as well. Again, yeah, just like Douglas is saying, hold XRP. And of course, as Javi's saying, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Digibyte and Litecoin, you say? I don't know too much about Digibyte, but I definitely think Litecoin's doing a little, it's definitely doing, it's undervalued. I think the community's kind of lost some of the hype behind them. Neo definitely is really strong. I like Neo a lot. It's in 12. It's down a little bit, so potentially pretty strong there as well. And don't forget that a lot of these don't last. So the last thing before I tell you guys all these coins, if they don't have a team that's sticking through, if they don't have a team showing up every day and working their butts off to keep it moving forward, it's probably not going to work out. It's not going to work out. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. Okay? Litecoin just bought 10% of a German bank. I saw that. It's not actually a bank though, Lee. It's actually a credit. It's like someone from Germany responded about that, and it basically said it's not a bank. It's like a credit exchange. It's like a credit issuance or credit card company or something. Is Nebel a dead coin? If you guys holding coins and you want to look at dead coins, or if you have some coins and you want to find out if they're dead coins, you guys can go to deadcoin.com. Well, deadcoin.com. I think that's it, right? Nope, that's not it. You can buy that if you want. Deadcoin.com. You can buy that for $15,000, guys. No big deal. Buy deadcoin.com today. $15,000. Make sure to use my affiliate link and give me 10%. Just kidding. There's actually a dead coin site. List of dead coins. Deadcoins.com. So I needed an S. And Coinopsy. I think Coinopsy is actually a better site, but they have a less catchy name. It's rough, right? Coinopsy. NEBL. No results found for your Nebel. No Nebel coin is not on the dead list, unless it's on this one. No Nebel coin on here. It's rough. It's rough. It's not, your coin's not dead. Do your own research, Douglas says. Do your own research. So Binance coin's strong to hedge against losses. XRP is not going anywhere. Okay, I just sold everything I got. Thanks for the info. So that's about it. We're looking at closing down and bouncing out of here. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Cheers for showing up and checking out our late stream. We have another video dropping right after this and some more Codius infos. Tweet at me if you have some issues with Codius. And what do you guys think about the price predictions moving forward? Go watch the regulator relief XRP G20 video we just posted on the channel and let me know what you guys think. And also let me know what you think about this Malta stablecoin. Probably one of the bigger news today. Not necessarily bigger news for you and me, but bigger news as far as what it means for Ethereum. Ethereum could take a strong run. Bitcoin resistance. Bitcoin dominance, etc. Oh my God, I was about to leave before I gave you the prices. I promise. Sorry, one moment. I had to grab those. All right, I told you I'd do this really quick before we left. So let's look at these prices. Bitcoin price, possibly seeing if it stops. We're looking at overhead resistance of 6.9, the bottom of 6.2, seeing that possibly we could break out close to 6.9 and head towards 7.96. Conversely, if the bulls fail, we could see possibly below 5.9 all the way down to 5.4 for Bitcoin. That's rough. That's rough. Ethereum, looking at Ethereum for the support levels. The next support on the downside's 400. On the upside, maybe 450. And if it can't hit 400, it'll drop all the way down to 358. So looking at XRP, XRP has again broken below 45 cents. The next support's at 42 cents. If it breaks below that, there's no support until 24 cents apparently. No support until 24 cents for XRP, and we called 28 cents yesterday. So looking at if it drops below 42, could we see 24? On the other side of it, if it could rally, the next stop is resistance at 52 cents. It could show signs of turnaround if it sustains above 56 for a long time. Lambo, thank you so much. I love fish sticks. Are you eating fish sticks without me, Lambo? Lambo, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it. Now, BCH, looking at the 700 level, if it could get back to it, the cryptocurrency could slide down to 657 and below that to 619. They'd like to see, in the positive side, a run towards 850 if possible. EOS, we're not too worried about. Litecoin, looking at Litecoin possibly in the 76 to 74 range. It says we could rally up to $100, seeing resistance at 102. And ADA, if we drop low, would be a low level of 11 to 13 cents. And if we hit a rally of, or if it drops even lower below that, below 11 cents, we might see a 7 cents Cardano. That'd be crazy. And then a nice price run of possibly 16 cents for ADA looking forward. So that's about it. Thanks a bunch, guys. Looking to not go too far over. We're about an hour, so that's a pretty good time frame. Cheers, cheers. Thanks a bunch. Don't forget to check out my other videos. We referenced a couple videos today. We referenced the regulator relief, the XRP G20. We referenced the HODL, do not sell. And we also referenced cryptos if they fail. So go check out any of those if you guys want some more information. Or if you need to watch the explaining XRP 20K video. If you haven't watched that, crypto's the new oil, XRP's the new oil, and XRP 20K explained. It talks about market cap demystified, the inflow, 6 trillion inflow. Could we see 300 trillion market cap? So thanks a bunch, guys. Cheers as always. I'm looking at making some more videos. I just cheers you from my mouth. I just cheers you from my mouth instead of my head. Shh, don't say anything. Dude, my hair is just nice and naturally not greasy like this. What are you talking about? Should I cut my hair off? Should I do the crop look? Get like a Stefan Thomas look? Don't forget the paper wallet video. XRP is like, God dang it, I gotta remind this guy to make videos. Being able to make payments in different worlds. Exciting times ahead for sure. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Cheers. We'll look for a better time earlier in the afternoon tomorrow, maybe. I like the early afternoon. I like that. So let me know what you guys think. And cheers. As always, have a great day. Don't forget to watch those videos I told you about. Click the links if you haven't joined Binance. Military cut. All right. I hear you. Let's do it. I'm coming out. I'm coming military.